It's official, the iPhone 17 Pro Max, now available with a jaw-dropping 2 terabytes of storage, has shattered expectations by landing at a staggering $1,999. This is a price point that, until now, seemed almost unthinkable for a smartphone, and it's making waves across the tech world. For the first time ever, an iPhone has crossed the $2,000 threshold, a territory previously reserved for high-end laptops, professional camera gear, or even some desktop computers. Apple is clearly signaling that the Pro Max isn't just a phone, but a serious piece of professional equipment. This isn't just another incremental price bump, it's a bold, headline-grabbing move that redefines not only what a phone can be, but also what it can cost. Apple is pushing the boundaries of what consumers expect from their devices, and what they're willing to pay. The entry-level iPhone 17 still starts at a relatively accessible $799, but all eyes are on the ultra-premium Pro Max, which now sits in a league of its own. The gap between the base model and the top-tier device has never been wider. While Apple has doubled the base storage on its lower models, the conversation everywhere is dominated by that $2,000 figure. It's a number that's sparking debates, headlines, and plenty of sticker shock. Apple is positioning this device as more than just a phone. It's a creative powerhouse and a professional tool, designed for photographers, filmmakers, designers, and anyone who needs top-tier performance in their pocket. The price gap between models is now wider than ever, letting Apple target everyone from casual users who just want a reliable phone, to power-hungry creators and professionals who demand the absolute best. It's a strategy that could reshape the entire smartphone market. The big question on everyone's mind: does the cutting-edge technology inside, like the new chip, advanced camera system, and massive storage, truly justify the price? Or is this just the new normal for flagship phones? This launch sets a new precedent for flagship phones, raising the bar for what's possible and what's acceptable when it comes to the price of pocket technology. It's a moment that could influence the entire industry. The $2,000 iPhone is more than just a milestone. It's a bold statement that will shape smartphone pricing, expectations, and innovation for years to come. When Apple announced the iPhone 17's price, the tech world immediately started buzzing with speculation. Was this just another case of Apple's premium pricing, or was something else at play behind the scenes? CEO Tim Cook was quick to step forward and clarify that tariffs weren't to blame for the higher price tag. He wanted to make it clear that the decision was not a reaction to outside economic pressures. This statement was a direct response to mounting political pressure and ongoing threats of new tariffs on iPhones manufactured outside the United States. The issue had become a hot topic in both Washington and Beijing. Apple insists the price reflects genuine innovation, cutting-edge engineering, the use of premium materials, and a host of new features that push the boundaries of what a smartphone can do. According to Apple, these are the real reasons for the cost increase, not global trade disputes. By firmly denying tariffs as the cause, Apple aims to keep the conversation centered on the product's value and the user experience, rather than letting it drift into the realm of external economics or international politics. It's a strategic move designed to maintain their image as an industry leader, innovative, resilient, and in control, not a company at the mercy of global political tensions. Still, many analysts remain skeptical that tariffs have had absolutely zero impact. They point to the timing of the price hike and Apple's own financial disclosures, which hint at more complex factors at play. The official story is all about innovation and progress. But as with most things in the tech world, the real picture is far more complicated than it first appears. Despite Apple's claims that tariffs wouldn't impact consumers, the reality is that these trade policies have cost the company hundreds of millions of dollars. Tariffs, which are essentially taxes on imported goods, directly affect Apple's bottom line, forcing the company to make tough financial decisions to stay competitive in the global market. In fact, Apple lost $800 million last quarter alone due to tariffs, and industry analysts predict that these costs will only continue to rise as trade tensions persist. This isn't just a one-time hit, it's an ongoing challenge that Apple must navigate quarter after quarter. To offset these mounting expenses, Apple is shifting significant portions of its production from China to countries like India and Vietnam. This move is not only massive in scale but also incredibly expensive, requiring careful planning and huge investments in new infrastructure. building entirely new factories, recruiting and training thousands of workers, and establishing complex logistics networks all add substantial costs to Apple's operations. These are not simple or quick changes. They take years and billions of dollars to implement. Some have suggested bringing iPhone manufacturing to the US, but that's nearly impossible. American labor costs, strict regulations, and the lack of a massive electronic supply chain would push the price of an iPhone well over $3,500, making it unaffordable for most consumers. So, while Apple isn't adding a line item called tariff tax to your iPhone receipt, the financial pressure from tariffs and shifting production is very real. These costs inevitably trickle down to the consumer, even if they're hidden in the final price. The cost of tariffs, new factories, and global supply chain adjustments is baked into the price you see on the shelf. Every step in the process adds a little more to what you pay. It's a complex web of global economics, trade negotiations, and supply chain logistics. All these factors combine to shape the final cost of your device, and they absolutely influence what you pay at checkout. The $2,000 iPhone reflects not just cutting-edge technology and premium materials, but also the high cost of navigating a complicated, ever-changing world economy. Apple's pricing strategy is shaped as much by global economic realities and trade policies as it is by innovation and design. Every decision, from where to build to how to ship, impacts the final price. The result? Higher prices are here to stay, and understanding the reasons behind them helps explain why your next iPhone might cost more than ever before. Apple wants the Pro in iPhone 17 Pro to mean something, and it starts with serious hardware upgrades. There's a new vapor chamber cooling system, usually found in gaming laptops, to keep performance high for demanding tasks. The frame is tougher, the screen is more scratch-resistant, and the camera system rivals Pro gear. The 2TB storage option targets content creators who need to shoot and store hours of high-res video. For most users, that's overkill, but for professionals, it's a game changer. Apple's goal: make the iPhone a true alternative to expensive cameras and editing rigs. They want you to see this as more than a phone. It's a creative powerhouse in your pocket. The $2,000 price isn't just about tech. It's a masterclass in pricing psychology. By setting such a high anchor, Apple makes the rest of the lineup look more affordable. Suddenly, a $1,000 iPhone seems reasonable by comparison. This strategy nudges buyers toward mid-tier models and prepares us for even pricier devices like a future foldable iPhone. The price tag elevates the perceived value of every iPhone, not just the Pro Max. Apple is shaping what we think is normal to pay for a phone. It's a calculated move to maximize both profit and market acceptance. Almost no one pays $2,000 upfront for a phone, and Apple knows it. Trade-in deals and monthly payment plans make the Pro Max feel attainable. Carriers offer up to $1,100 off with a trade-in, turning a huge expense into a manageable upgrade. Monthly payments, about $83 over 2 years, make the price less intimidating. This system locks customers into the Apple ecosystem and keeps upgrades flowing. For most, the sticker price is almost irrelevant. It's all about the monthly cost. Apple and carriers both win, and consumers get the latest tech without the sticker shock. It's a well-oiled machine that keeps even the priciest phones selling. The $2,000 iPhone isn't just a product. It's a sign of where smartphones are headed. Apple's stock jumped on launch day, showing investor confidence in this super premium strategy. The price reflects both innovation and the real costs of global production shifts and tariffs. The psychology of high pricing makes other models look like bargains and sets the stage for even more expensive devices. Trade-ins and payment plans keep these phones accessible, even as prices rise. Expect the gap between standard and super premium phones to widen, with more Pro features at the top. The iPhone 17 Pro Max has redrawn the map for flagship pricing. The future? More power, more features, and yes, higher prices.